Hi, this is New Wave of British Heavy Metal.com again with a quick video of a blog post from the website. In this one, we're looking at a band from the New Wave of British Heavy Metal days called Flight 19. Now, they buzzed around a bit for a few years in the 1980s, and they did indeed have quite a lot of promise about them. But, you know, add them to that long list of bands from back then that were good but didn't get breaks. They were from not far from where I am in West Yorkshire, in Halifax, and they did a few demos and whatnot around that time, and a few gigs like most bands did. And so some of those demos and some live cuts now see the light of day on CD thanks to obscure Nawabum releases. They're good at digging up stuff like this and organising it, and this is one of them. And Flight 19, I suppose you could say, stood at the more melodic end of the new wave of British heavy metal spectrum. They could indeed punch along with the rest of them, though had a more refined style, which built in some nice hooks and melodies along with the riffs and all the power, right? And indeed, when the guitars cut loose, it does remind me somewhat of Wishbone Ash from that period as well. Whilst they did become quite well known in and around West Yorkshire, Flight 19 didn't manage to break out. But however, on the evidence that we've got here on the Anthology, they were certainly capable if they'd been given the chance, but unfortunately they weren't. Looking at some of the songs, Don't Mess Me Around is a nice punchy tune. The eponymous Flight 19 forms into a nice chunky chugging rocker after a gentle intro, and there's some proper muscular guitar work on that song as well. Moon Song and Lesson Number 1 feature some of those nice hooks that I mentioned a few moments ago. And then we've got a couple of live tracks from a gig at Hooper's, apparently which was only the band's second live performance, and shortly afterwards the venue burnt down, which I'm sure they had nothing to do with. Rubber Heel moves it reminds me of sort of a Beatles Kinks style affair, but it strangely works well. It's very catchy, and I guess it would have made a good single at the time. Someone Else is the soulful, emotional ballad which features a moody solo, so the band could do all that slow burning stuff as well. And then the two closing tracks are taken from that Hoppers gig, are perhaps the two outright heaviest of all of them, Driving Beat and Fashion, and both of them show Flight 19's ability to really step it up and, you know, rock hard. They really could when they wanted to, as per these two tracks show. Now, whilst Flight 19 didn't fly too high, forgive me the pun, it is good to hear what they had to offer by the efforts of obscure Nawabum releases, and it's thanks to them for issuing this anthology. I'd encourage you to check it out if you can, but you're going to have to be quick about it because it's a limited 500 copy run, as is usual with this kind of stuff. I got mine from Sonic Age Records, as I usually do, and I'll put a link to their website underneath this video in the description. So check it out if you can, and if you're lucky enough to pick up one of those 500, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So today is the 25th of July 2020 as I'm recording this, and this is a video of the review that is on New Wave of British Heavy Metal.com, which was published back on the 18th of April. So do check out Flight 19 if you can. Quick reminder, link to Sonic Age Records is in the description below. Before you go, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, because we'll be doing a fair number of these, and you can listen and watch as we do them if you subscribe. So thanks for listening and take care.